Whoa, we're back with some Bleach Soul Resonance, and we've got the breakdown of the actual official live stream that took place on the 10th. Some of my videos are going to be out of order. I tend to record videos in batches, and then I sprinkle them in. That way I can get ahead of them. I can take care of other stuff without, missing, the daily upload. So I want to cover two things just really quickly. One, I know that Neliel is a thrust support character, so you're going to hear me talk about Tosin's value, but I would like to actually say that I do not think that Tosin has completely lost his value or anything. I think if you have a duped Tosin, he is still valuable. I just don't think you should go for dupes on Tosin, which I will be talking about in a summoning video later on. Two, I don't think that thrust type on Nel is a bad thing, and I don't think that it invalidates the strike buffs or anything. We know why they didn't release Grimjaw. This is not like a hard concept to get. What we should have gotten was Grimjaw and then Neliel. If you have a problem with that, take it up with Shueisha. This is literally not the devs' fault. They have a schedule that they're clearly releasing things in. They have a framework that they can work within. If you're mad at the devs for this, be mad at Shueisha. The devs have literally done nothing wrong in this case. They even went out of their way to make Nel a generalist buffer to dot characters, or in this case, ailment characters, right? So that's all I'm going to say on that. Again, don't get your hopes up every single time you see leaks going, oh my god, it's going to be a slash buff and then we're going to get Bankai Ichigo and blah, 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 blah. Listen, I get it. Slash, or leaks rather, are tantalizing. We all fall for leaks now and again. But one of the things I always said is wait until official review before getting your hopes up. Because you cannot just trust leaks blindly. Leaks are just for hypothesizing, maybe getting a vague idea, so on and so forth. Until a leak is confirmed, it is still just a leak. But we have the summary of the February 10th official planner live stream by Square Advisor 1908, and we're going to be taking a look at it just because I think it's a nice little roundup. I think they did a good job. So Neliel is a mid-range tactical character who also excels at high damage output. She can inflict the persistent debuff on enemies, significantly reducing their resistance to all debuff effects. This means that she will be, at least to our knowledge, very good with any debuffer whatsoever. Think about this. Neliel is not a wasted character on what's his name? Kenpachi's team, Gein's team. Maybe we'll at some point take a look into things like, Soifon comes out, maybe she has like a poison thing, or maybe Mayuri comes out, has a poison thing. Like, that means that Neliel will have a place going forward for a while. This makes her like Yudahara, where, hey, an ailment character comes out, boom, bring Neliel, right? And it probably means, alongside the rewards, that her being essentially free. If you play within Chinese New Year, she will be essentially free. If you play and get the rewards, this is a free character with weapon stamp. Or you can save the rewards and then get Grimjaw for free, because they're giving out raw limited stamps. So if you really don't care about Neliel, maybe you have dupes in your Tosin, maybe you just really like Tosin. I actually don't think this is so bad for Tosin. I genuinely don't. So again, is he going to be weaker than her? Probably, yeah, obviously. He's a standard character, she's a limited character. But will you be incapable of playing the game, especially if you have a boundary 3, 4, 5, 6 Tosin? Probably not. So if you don't like this character and you just want to save and go straight into Grimjaw or whoever comes up, Vastalorde, anything, you could literally do that. This looks like such a stacked celebration. So after releasing her Resurrection, all her combat skills are fully enhanced, allowing for sustained suppression through charges and thrusts, and dealing devastating damage with a fully charged ultimate skill. Her field skill increases the entire team's abnormal damage. Bond effect, I think abnormal damage would probably just be ailment damage. Bond effect increases abnormal damage, ailment damage I imagine, if equipped by a tactical type character. Additionally increases critical damage. I assume this will be a buff she gives, or maybe she just scales really well with her crit damage. If she scales crit damage, she's going to be insane. After each use of the ultimate skill, thrust damage increases by 15% for 20 seconds. After each use of the field skill, all team members' abnormal damage, so ailment, increases by 40% for 30 seconds. These effects do not stack. Very powerful sounding. And this is just a picture of her in game. Wow, she looks great. Super pretty. Summary of the official live stream planner. New character information summary. Neliel possesses a transformation ability, making her the first character with 3 forms in battle. Only her adult form and Gamuza, Antelope Knight, Resurrection form are selectable. However, outside of stages, she can transform into her child form, Little Nel. The Little Nel form will be given for free through an in-game event. Okay, so if you want to just like walk around with Tiny Nel, it makes sense. The model's in-game, right? It's in the story. Nel's role, she increases the entire team's abnormal damage and continuously triggers piercing damage. She's well suited for teams focused on abnormal status effects, Kenpachi Gin. Neliel can also provide a shield that grants interruption resistance, Kenpachi. After releasing her Resurrection, all her combat skills are fully enhanced, allowing for sustained suppression through charges and thrusts. That's in the previous one. Her field skill boosts the entire team's abnormal damage. And Neliel features a new character switching mechanism, making combat flow more smoothly, which is another big one. Wow. So she's another switching character, huh? So she, even though she is a thrust, she seems to really want to help out Kenpachi, who wants to be switching all the time. So there goes that. The Chinese New Year version benefits and event summary. The SSR character rerun event begins on the 13th. Completing all events will give 50 limited character pulls, 20 standard character pulls. Completing all events grants a total of 7,000 Jade. Remember that I'm putting out a video that says I have 6.5 thousand Jade saved or gained over the course of the Kenpachi celebration. A huge amount, great amount. A large number of stamp keys and 30 plus stamp stars. Ooh, I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Ooh, give me them stamp stars. Starting February 13th, participating in the core stamp event allows you to obtain self-selectable standard SSR core character stamps X2. Sounds really great. Double recharge bonus for Yuanxi will be reset. New map Hueco Mundo, new bosses, new challenge events, new permanent game mode, 120 FPS adaptation for mobile devices. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit to see if it says it anywhere. But let's see. So, okay, the newly added bonds can be obtained through dispatch. The weekly reward cap for intense battle will not be increased for the time being. Whether a character receives buffs requires review and approval from the copyright holder. Oh, there you go. Fast Alert Ichigo will be released within the year. I assume this will be our anniversary character, but do not quote me on that. I could also assume this is our half anniversary character, but do not quote me on that. The official game's character roadmap is already planned until 2028, so there's no need to worry about an early shutdown of the game. I already suspected this. This game is doing well. Okay? This game is doing well. This game could lose $2 million off the top end and it'd still be doing well. This is a good game. This is a good gacha game, man. Let me just check to see if anyone posts it. The officials haven't released a clear answer, but Gin Ichimaru is guaranteed. So the rerun is for returning players or everyone. So Gin is coming back. I did see someone say that we're possibly getting Aizen. Let me pause real quick, just 1 second. So I could not find it officially. I could only really find Giku maybe theorizing this, or maybe it was soft mention. Maybe it's just assumed with Gin rerunning, just so, you know, Gin can come along with Neliel. But yeah, it seems like we're getting reruns, and we're getting reruns soon. So, I mean, this is just the final thing. Man, this Bleach Soul Resonance game is kind of good, no? Like, they are cooking. They are cooking. They are chefing that shit up. So if you've made it to this part of the video and, you know, we're about to peace out and all that, I just want to say, again, I did already record a few videos where I do talk about Tosin. I do suggest Tosin as maybe the selector character. And I do still stick by, I think Tosin is really strong. So if you really like Tosin and you do not like Nel, getting dupes into Tosin, spending your standard tickets and, you know, selecting Tosin when we get our selector soon, I don't think it's the worst idea in the world. Just know that for the average player who maybe likes Nel or maybe just wants to pull for general account power, Nel is going to be good long term, it feels like, because while I don't think Tosin is just like immediately replaceable, I do think that obviously this is a limited character. So yeah, that's going to do it for now though. Like if you liked the video, subscribe to the club. We all go make it, and peace.